Hello guys, so I've been talking to Gavin and Gavin reckons that it would be a good idea to do a video on how me and him met and the relationship throughout. So I was like, right, okay. So me and Gav, so I knew he worked in Fever. I used to go into where he used to work, again, Fever, and I would never talk to him. I would just hope to see him and get served by him. And he like smiled at me when he served me one day, said hello, and I was just like, alright, and that was it. I was with my partner at the time, different partner. Me and him split up, and then I messaged Gavin on Grindr, and we went from there. We never actually met for probably a month after I split up with my ex. So just after a couple of weeks after Pride in Bristol. Yeah. So I actually saw him properly in person and actually spoke to him properly in person when I was being picked up for Pride. He walked past me, said hello, and little did I know his partner at the time was behind him. So I messaged Gav and I kind of said to him, I said, was that your partner behind you? He's like, yeah. I was like, yeah, you can do so much better. And he was like, yeah, a lot of people said that. I was like, okay. And then I was meant to meet him twice after I got to know him a bit better, but I let him down both times. And then on the third time I finally met him, I thought he would be like, a bit out of my league type thing. He's a pretty boy. Yeah, I didn't think he would actually go for someone like me. So I thought, well, if we've met, if he stays with me but he doesn't want to see me again, I set him up a shack. Nothing around a bit. I literally just like, right, okay, well, if he ain't going to see me again, I'm going to get what I can out of it. So I was like, right. So I actually thought he might have met up in a pub, and then we was going on to a club afterwards. We got on well in the pub, but obviously I didn't know what was going to go on, so I thought he might have just like went to the club and then he might have just wandered off and just kind of like tried to lose me, but he didn't. So, and then obviously we did. One thing led to another, and it happened. And then I messaged him the next day, and we met up again, and again, and then we actually started seeing each other. Yes, he was still with his partner at the time, but his relationship was quite a toxic one, so that's for him to talk about, not for me to talk about, so that can come from him. But yeah, so Gav ended up staying with me at mine, actually kind of a lot, hell of a lot, which didn't bother me. He was there when I got home from work, he was there when I went to work. Yeah, so then he decided that he wanted to get into a relationship. We was basically in one, but he was still with his ex. So it wasn't like we were in one. We were and we wasn't, if that makes sense. So he said, right, bear in mind he'd been in a relationship for 7 years with his ex, so yeah. He said, right, I'm gonna tell it's his ex now, so I'm going to say ex, tell his ex that he doesn't want to be, he's he's breaking up with him, basically. He's breaking up with him. And I kind of said to him, well, are you sure that that's what you want to do? Like, you know, just because we're this, whatever. Like, you don't have to break up with him. I mean, we can just, like, you know, if it's not what you want to do, just because you're with me, like, seeing me and that. I said, if you want, we can literally just stop seeing each other. We can just be friends, or we can just easily not see each other anymore. I said, you know, I don't want you to feel like you have to do this because you're with me. I mean, I'd rather be friends with you than you go and break your own heart along with his. Like, you know, we could just be a fling type thing, you know. And he's like, no, I'm gonna do it. I was like, right, okay. So he done it. He went home that night. He done it. He was in tears. You know, he was in a relationship for 7 years. He did love the guy. So yeah. Then I had to, and obviously we just got on, done what we would do, like, you know, start seeing each other and that, blah blah blah. And then I had to meet his daughter. I was asking him when I could meet her and stuff like that. He's like, well, you know, I want to be together, you know, a while. We just want to introduce her to me, you know, just in case we split up. Like, he doesn't, you know. So I was like, right, okay, fair enough. So I think it was a month or two may have went past. He did say 3 months, but a month or two went past. And maybe it was 3 months. It might have been 3 months. Went past, and then he said, right, I'm going to bring her around. I was like, right, okay. So I got home from work, and she was at mine when I got back. It's a bit difficult at first, because it's like, okay, what do you, what do you say? Like, you know, it's a bit awkward for me. I'm not a talkative person. I talk a lot of waffle when I do talk. So I naturally done the thing, and I'm pretty sure, if I remember, I got her some sweets, I think. Don't know, can't remember. It was a while ago. I know I cooked her food as well. But yeah. We were playing Lego. We done Lego. Me, her, and Gav sat there building Lego. Gav got all defensive because it's his Lego. He likes to build it. He likes to thingy because it's his. He likes it when they're all built. You're not allowed to touch them. Weird. Just a tad bit weird. But yeah. And then, yeah, it just went from there. And then obviously I moved out of the place I was in. And then I moved in with Gavin, his mum and dad and that, his family. Spent Christmas there. And Olivia was obviously there as well. I was panicking that she didn't have enough presents, and she didn't have this, and she didn't have that. My parents went out and spent God knows how much on her as well. I mean, she had 2 huge sack full of presents. And we went out and got her as much as we could, what she wanted at the time. Yeah. And we've got on like house on fire ever since. Take her out to the park, do this with her, do quite a lot with her. Yeah, we get on really well. I can't fault her really. Yeah, she's a child, she can be a pain in the backside, but then, you know, all children are like that. You got to deal with it, unfortunately. It is part of being a parent. I know saying we've only been together 3 years and that, but I do think of her as my own. I treat her like she is my daughter. I'm probably the more lenient one out of me and Gav. Gav's more stricter than I am. I'm strict when it comes to other things, but she hasn't gone that far yet, so I've never shouted. Well, I have probably once told her to be quiet because she's like screaming off the top of her lungs. But yeah, apart from that, yeah, we got on really well. I love her. I think she's beautiful, lovely girl to be with, pain in the ass. Can't imagine what she's going to be like in the next couple of years when she's got a lot older. Christ almighty. But still, yeah, it's beautiful. Me and Gav, as probably some of you might know, we're engaged. Planning on getting married. Was meant to be this year, but probably be next year, maybe year after now, depending on what happens with this stupid pandemic we're in. Yeah, he proposed to me, believe it or not, in a kitchen. I was in bed, he called me into the kitchen, got down on one knee and said, "Shane, will you marry me?" He was shaking like a leaf, bless him, absolutely shaking like a leaf. And obviously I said yes. Yeah. Now, I'm not going to try to say that our relationship is the best relationship out there, because it's far from it. We get told we're like a power couple, but my God, we argue. And we don't argue as in we argue all the time, but when we have an argument, it's a big argument. Like, you know, sometimes we could argue about something stupid, or it could be something big. But then who doesn't, or which couple doesn't argue? Yeah, we get over it, we deal with it. It's as simple as that, really. Like, you know, we're a power couple. We get told that if me and Gav can't work, then someone will say that they can't work, or I can't work, or something like that. Like, you know, we get told we're a really strong couple, and we are a really strong couple. We broke up once or maybe twice in the 3 years, and it's literally been for a day, maybe a couple of days, depending on what it was about, all that. But yeah, so I love the guy. What's there not to love about him? Yeah, he got issues. We've all got issues. We all go through things. Yeah, we're going to argue. Yeah, we're going to argue about silly things. We're going to argue about big things, but we'll get through it. We always do. We're quite strong. We're very strong. And as long as we stay like that, it's just going to be the way it is. Yeah. We've had everything thrown at us so far. I don't think there's anything that we haven't had thrown at us. So, yeah. And we're still together. Yeah. This pandemic with us, obviously we can't work, we're on furlough, so it's been a bit strenuous. Yes, we have argued, and yeah, we have had a few big arguments, but we're still together, we're still going strong. And if anything, when we argue, it betters us, because it makes us stronger. Every argument we have has actually made us stronger together. So, and I don't think there is anything else that can actually be thrown at us. We've had literally everything you can think of. Everything. People trying to split us up. Going back from when we first got together, going back to to present day actually. So, like, you know, we're strong. We're a strong couple, and we're going to stay like that for God knows how many years to come. We are going to get married. We are going to have good lives. Yeah. So that's pretty much it. Thanks for listening. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you do like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you don't, thumbs it down. Tidy up to you. You crack on. Subscribe if you want to. Just press the subscribe button. Thanks guys, I shall get back to you again in a week with something else. Thank you, bye.